There's a pretty crazy liberal government scandal going on, pretty much in plain sight right now, that a lot of members of the general public don't even know about. I'm not sure if you've heard about this, but Justin Trudeau's liberal government right now is threatening Walmart and Loblaws into basically taking the blame for inflation in Canada, or else they're going to pass legislation to cram down further regulations and taxes onto them. Absolutely insane. So, as rational thinking adults, we all know that inflation is created in Ottawa. It's created by Justin Trudeau's government and the Bank of Canada through massive spending, raises in taxes, and by money printing. Obviously, prices are going to go up. There's a larger supply of cash around. Obviously, stores do not get nearly as much money from what they sell because of the taxes that they pay, so prices go up. But because Justin Trudeau and also Jagmeet Singh cannot take any responsibility for their own actions, they're going to Loblaws and Walmart and saying, you better sign up onto the grocery code or we will pass legislation and regulations, basically allowing government commissars to set prices for you, basically taking away control over sales and pricing from your companies and giving it to the government. Absolutely insane. They haven't specifically said what the legislation would be to counter the grocery stores if they do not sign on to this code. At the same time, it's basically implied that the government's just going to do by force what they can't do to the grocery stores through intimidation. This is 100% scandalous. This is disgusting. It's the liberal government basically trying to monopolize the grocery industry by making it so that they all have to follow certain pricing codes, certain pricing measures where prices can only go up so much per year because the liberals want to hide their inflation as much as possible. Grocery stores, especially ones like Loblaws and Walmart, those chains make about 2% profit on any product that they sell outside of impulse products, like if you buy pots and pans from them. If you buy like a cabbage or you buy crackers or fish or eggs or whatever, they're making about 2% profit. The grocery industry is all about volume. They are not price gouging anybody, but the Liberal government and the NDP want Canadians to think that it wasn't their fault that prices are going up. It's the grocery stores. It's hidden capitalist greed in the grocery store industry that is causing prices to go up. It's not because they spent more money than we've ever spent before in the government. It's not because in 2015 our federal budget was only 269 billion and right now it's 449 billion. That's why prices are going up. Taxes have never been higher. A lot of regulations have never been higher. That is exactly why prices are high. But Jagmeet Singh and Justin Trudeau want to pretend it's Galen Weston and Loblaws and the other grocery CEOs who are just arbitrarily raising prices because I guess they all don't know what competition is. The idea that somehow grocery stores, because they're greedy, are just artificially raising prices is stupid because any other grocery store chain would just choose not to raise prices and they would eat up the rest of the market because they would just have better sales than everybody else. The grocery stores, for the most part, are not engaged in any sort of price fixing. There was like one scandal several years ago about bread being priced fixed at a lot of grocery store chains, in which it was like a scandal that maybe was like 15 cents worth of bread being like price gouged. Very silly. Yeah, that's bad. But the government is saying that because supposedly the grocery store chains are price gouging, the government is going to engage in price fixing in order to effectively force grocery stores to make less money and even potentially put them into bankruptcy. It's all under the guise of protecting the consumer or smaller grocery store chains, when actually this will probably put even more small grocery store chains under, because all these larger ones will have artificially lower prices, which would just make it harder for smaller grocery store chains to compete. And then at the same time, this would actually probably make a lot of other things in grocery stores that aren't being price fixed go up in price. Whatever the government is not going to force them to price fix is going to become more expensive. But regardless, the point of the scandal is that the government basically wants to have control over prices. That is something a socialist government does. And the Liberal NDP coalition government is definitely becoming very much a socialist government. That should be it for me today. I just want you guys to all know that this is going on. It's absolutely insane. Here's the National Post article about it. I'll link the Financial Post, National Post article in the description below. More people need to know about this. This is a complete socialist takeover of the grocery store system if it's allowed to go forward. I hope you guys will speak out about it. Make sure people are aware of this because it is absolutely disgusting. See you guys later.